Hi. I had some guys ask how I trade my candles, or how I use the script to do my trades. It's actually pretty simple. I mean, the indicators throw when you're supposed to trade and when you shouldn't, based on common sense and based on what's going on in the market. So you can stare at this for a minute, and this is my forecast going into November 1st and going into the 22nd of November. Personally, I think we're going to go here, but that's me. Anyway, back to the chart. Now, we've been in a downtrend since the 20th of October. This is today. Or actually, it's tomorrow, 24th. And these are the indicators. This is a 1-hour chart. You always have to go back and look at the longer time frames, because that tells you the direction you're going in. So, on my indicators, I turn the longs off, because I really don't need them, because I basically short whatever I do. And again, it's kind of based on common sense. If you entered a short here, you followed it through, because BitMEX moves so fast, you probably weren't able to exit. You probably exited here. It threw a long candle. I ignore it. I wait for the second candle. I still ignore it because there's no volume. It's a tiny candle. Would I have swapped positions here? Maybe. But I believe it's still going to be going down. So if I entered a short here, I'm going to follow the trend all the way down. Now, would I exit that short? Yeah, as soon as I saw that the volume was decreasing in here, I would have exited the short. Would I have re-entered here? No. Would I have re-entered here? Probably not, because the price spread was only a couple of dollars. When it threw the short signal here, would I have entered here? No. Here? Yes. And then I would have wrote it down. Now, in a 9 candle, it's throwing a marker that tells me that the price is going to change. There's going to be a flip. So would I exit here? Yes, I would exit here. Would I enter here? No. Would I enter at this one? This is today's candle, so no, I wouldn't do anything here. But again, this is on a 60-minute chart. This is a 1-hour chart. So, let's go over here. This is the Asian trading chart from yesterday and today. So, what would I do here? Well, I'm in a short now. It's a long-term short. I'm down here. Anyway, it called a short here. Would I have entered it? No. Would I have entered through the short here? No, I wouldn't have. There's no volume here. These are small candles. When the candle grew, I would have jumped in it here. I would have ridden it to here. As soon as it threw this 9 candle that tells me the trend is reversing, I would have exited. If I believed that it was going to change pretty quick, I may have stayed. It really kind of depends on what's going on down here. This is a divergence oscillator, so it's telling me we're going to be going into a bull trend. Right now we're in a bear trend. So would I have jumped back in here? Yes. And I would have ridden it all the way down to here. I would have waited for the 8 candle. The 9 candle did a price flip. That's kind of like a doji candle. I would have gotten out. I would have stayed out. I would have stayed out. But I've got in here. If I wanted to do a quick little long scalp, yeah, maybe. But it's going sideways now. And it's only going 3, 4, 5 candles deep. And there's no price action here. I mean, we're at 63.91 down to 63.85. And you're not going to make any money on a $10 trade, so I just stay out. I watch for the longer trends. Longer trends make sense. Get into the short somewhere in here. Tells me that there's going to be a price swap. The trend is going to change. I get out here. That's how I trade. I watch the indicators. I watch the time zones. I do most of my trades in the Asian area, which is a separate script. We're working on one of our own, but right now it isn't available. But this is what I like to track. And the other important thing is support and resistance lines are kind of important. And I use triple MA forecast, which is here. And this is my 200-day moving average, and it tells me that it is trending down. This is a 50-day, and she's staying flat. That's important. Watch what's going on down here. That's how I trade. If I go to a 3-minute chart, 3-minute chart tends to be a little bit crazy. Would I jump into it here? Yep, I would. This is a price flip. This is a 1 candle. She went sideways. She stayed flat. I stayed in it. Nothing told me to get out. I came in down here. And you can notice the Bollinger Band started to squeeze, so we knew that there was going to be another pump. Down. Would I have gotten out here? Yes. I would have gotten out here. Would I have gone into a long here? Well, maybe. We're at 63.85. 63.92. I mean, you're only looking at $10. I mean, if you want to do a short $10 scalp, that's you can. But when I saw this one candle, this one number 1 candle right here, with the size of it, I would have jumped in a short, and I would have ridden it down until I saw that it was starting to shrink in size. So as I see the volume start to shrink, I know she's going to change. And it did. She threw a long. If you wanted to go into a long, now would be the time. And ride it out and watch the indicators, right? We got all the way up here to an 11 candle. There's no volume. Does that tell you it's going to switch? Trend is going to reverse about 90% of the time. I would have got into a short and ridden it down here. I would have watched the price action to about the number 2 candle here, and then I would have gotten out of the trade. Would I have banked on this going back up? Well, on how the market's been lately, and there's no volume down here, probably not. I'd probably sit it out and wait. You always want to go when there's a little more volume. Watch the volume indicators. That's really important. Now, this is a chart I stare at most of the day. So I can watch what ETH is doing. I can watch the trend on Bitcoin, so I can see what each chart is doing with each coin. Ripple is pretty much sideways. I wouldn't waste my time on it today. ADA, she's moving around a little bit, but I've got in here on the see, this is a white candle, but it's a red one, so I'd be watching it. I would have jumped in on the red 2, and I would have ridden it down. If you're watching the volume indicators, you can see that the 7 is still a red 7. You can see the 8 is still a red 8. There's no volume in the 1 candle here. The number 2 candle turned back red, I'd stay in it, and I would have ridden it back down to here. This is a 13 candle. 9 times out of 10, when you hit 13, she's going to turn around. So then you start heading back up. I'd have exited the trade here. That's how I trade. That's what I do. Very simple. Very easy. Just follow the charts. Follow what the indicator tells you to do. But use your common sense. Watch the volume. When she starts to run out of steam, you start looking at a way to get out. That's the important part. Watch the indicator. Watch the size of the candle. Watch the candle count. And then make your own decisions. Again, this is the 1 hour chart. This is the 15-minute chart, and it's the same way. But there's not much price action in this little stuff, so I don't worry about it too much. I might get in it and then get out. Might it cost me a little bit on BitMEX to get out of it? Yeah. But by jumping in and out of the trades, if you see the trade isn't going where you want it to go, get out of it. Because you're going to make your money back. This is where you make your money. You jumped in the short here and it went south on you and you bailed, you lost money. If you went short here and you stayed in it, then you made money. This bear flag down here tells me we're going into a bear market. Now that bear market held all the way to here. And now the trend is going to change, right? Before it turns into a bull market. This is a bull trend. Do I trade on this indicator? No. I trade on the candles. This is where you get out. 9 candles turning color. 10 candles running out of steam. Get out. Watch the candles. The indicators give you the heads up. The sequence tells you the trend. And when you see the trend reversing, get out. Pretty simple. Anyway, that's how I trade the candles. I hope it helps. If you got any questions, hit me up. I'll talk to you all later. Thank you very much.